Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. Today is Thrifty Thursday, Thrifty Canucks, both are open collaborations. Before we get started, some follow-up from last time. First one, I have replaced my blade, so that is a good thing. I also sewed the bag that I cut on the diagonal from Tuesday 10, and I think this turned out really nicely. I saw somewhere that somebody had done this to the paper, ribbon, plastics or whatever, and then put an additional ribbon down the center. Because anything worth doing is worth overdoing. I think that is absolutely something that I'm going to try with this one. So I will need some ribbon to be able to do that. Okay, so a couple of things. Oh, I knew there was another follow-up. So recall last time I cut my board. I was very sad. I cut here instead of into the book mass, and I have since repaired it. And the way I repaired it was a long cut. So what I did was I basically created some sutures first to be able to match the two cut ends flush. So I started, the cut stopped here, so I worked my way up to the top here and then completed it with some tape that goes the lengthwise. I think had I just put the lengthwise down first, I wouldn't have been able to get such a good clean match in terms of getting it repaired. So anyways, that's my book that is going to be used for the STEM journal. And I have gotten some progress made on the cover, which I will show you in our next Craft With Me. Another thing, recall from last time, I showed you these marbled papers. And these marbled papers I was really happy with. They are a really interesting way of being able to create your own papers. I used something off the internet, a recipe that involved basically creating a pan, covering it with shaving cream, and then putting acrylic paint, and then doing some swirly swirls, and then just placing the paper on that and then peeling it off. It works really well, but this paper reeks of the perfume. And for the record, my friend and I went to about a half a dozen different drugstores looking for unscented shaving cream, and I don't think such a thing exists. So sad because I wanted to be able to do that, but happy because I got this in the mail. And look at some packaging. And what I got is this, which is a Pebeo marbling kit. I get 6 colors, and the most important thing I think is this piece that should be inside, which is about the cellulose. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if it does include the cellulose, because it only has, yeah, marbling bath. There we are. Yes, marbling bath. That's the thing that is going to replace the shaving cream. The direction says that you take some of that and then you put it in water and you let it sit for 24 hours. And that is going to then create this surface that the inks or the paint can land on top of and not sink to the bottom. And then we will be able to do the effect, and hopefully it doesn't reek. So watch this space to see how and if and how this works out. So with that out of the way, we can actually get to Thrifty Thursday. A lot of sewing stuff. Open this one first. So this is a lot of ribbon. And so I will take all of the ribbon out and so you can see it. And then we'll talk about it. So these are all lovely Offray ribbons. Some that are fairly sort of thin. These two are like rainbow colored, which I think are really pretty. Variegated color is pretty neat. I have a cupcake one and purple and black stars. This one is a Harlequin dark pink and light pink. This one I just want to open because I think this is really nice looking dimension. Yes, it is. This is Dimension Flowers, which is stunning ribbon. That's just really, really pretty. This was the second reason why I bought this package. And I'll get to the first one in a second. Here's another sort of wide. This is probably as wide as that plaid that I was looking at before. And I think what I want to do with this is see if I can't weave at least some of this. This can be woven with that plaid that we got last time, and maybe these two, and maybe this. The cupcakes in the brown may not go, and certainly the flowers may not go, but we'll see if we can create like a journal cover or a piece of fabric. And I'll keep you updated on what I get to with that. And the next part is some tape measures. What I regularly forget to do when I go out is to bring a tape measure with me. And I am not really a huge fan of bringing a whole tape measure with me because it's a whole tape measure. So what I want to be able to do is take one of these and cut it down to say 18 or 24 inches so that I can just pop it in my purse, and then I have some, you know, straightforward measurement that is in my purse and not metallic and easily referred to. So that's what I got those for. This may need a little bit of heat to take out some of the harsh bending in it, but we can do that. Oh, next sewing thing. Next sewing thing is this. This is a pair of pinking shears. It is nice, heavy metal, and I need to take this off. I thought I had done a good job of getting most of this unwrapped, but I didn't see the tape at the top. There we are. And I was taking a chance because I didn't actually do any cutting with it. Let's take the Thursday card and see how it cuts. Oh, like a dream. So that is well worth it. I'm very happy to have a set of pinking shears to add some dimensionality to paper cutting, and they cut really well. There is no resistance at all in that cut. Very, very nice. Very happy with that. Oh yes. And here is a treasure of thread. I am a goblin for several things. I am a goblin for buttons, for thread, for playing cards, probably a lot of other things that I can't think of off the top of my head. Now let's take these out. So got a blue, okay. This is a Coats. It's a green. Oh, there's a, wow. This is a paper bobbin. I've never seen a paper bobbin before. Well, that's interesting. Huh. That's really curious. I wonder if, I'm sure it works. Of course it works. Oh, this one's a nearly done styrofoam one. What else is there? Oh, there's a thimble in here. Oh, made in England. That's a really nice thimble, and it's really interesting. It's been pinched, so it's sort of off the round, and I bet you anything that's so that it could fit properly into the finger. Wow, that one fits perfectly there. That's really, really nice. Metal thimble. I have a couple of metal thimbles, and I have a bunch of plastic ones, and I use them at a great rate. And the plastic ones I've actually poked through. Oh, I didn't see this either. This is Marion Fine Bone China, also made in England. What is it? It is, don't know if you can see that. It is light blue flowers. And it also has the top. So I did not, so total bonus. This is what I thought I was buying, thread. Some more styrofoam threads. What else do we have in here? This is some basic white. Another styrofoam thread. And, oh, more styrofoam. And when I'm referring to styrofoam thread, I mean the spool on which the styrofoam is going. These are plastic. This is also plastic. That's going to be nice. These 3, 4 even, be nice for the math journal. Those 2 might be nice for the math journal too. And this is also a plastic spool. And then, I think this is, no, this must be wood. Nope, another plastic. And then the rest are why I actually bought it, which are the wooden spools. I love thread on a wooden spool. Look at this one. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. That is just stunning. Oh, I love that. Oh, this is like, it's not cotton thread. It's a, like a fishing line quality of thread. And I've got there we are, so it doesn't unravel. This is a blank spool and another blank spool, also really beautiful. Oh, this is going to be a blank spool if I use it. I even have bought these and have had just a tiny amount of thread and just haven't been able to bring myself to use the thread because it's just so pretty with thread on it. These 2 also, so this one's nearly out of its thread and this one is going a long way. Still, a couple of chonkers here. Yeah, that's yeah. These are white woods, so that must be probably a later spool. Oops, that was not the thread. Oh my goodness, let's just cut the thread as opposed to trying to yank it. There we are, that's better. Just trying to wind it up. There we are. And then these 2 spools. So these are JP coats. These are all JP coats. This is super something. Super sheen. Oh, they're super sheen coats. And this is Atlas. So these are my Hoardy Goblin things. These are my surprises. And these are threads that I will happily use and add to the stash. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I might have to think about that because it's not necessarily a normal thread that would be nice for doing cloth work with. Maybe with beading. Anyways, now that I have all of these threads out, I don't have a container for it. So I am just going to gently push these all upwards. Maybe we'll keep this one and this one out just because they're pretty to look at. And there. Oops, careful. I'm not lying when I said I love playing cards. I have more playing cards than I have sense, I think. But I do love them very much. This deck is Atlantic City. This is Laser Quest. I should open this one. This one looks like it's been, oh, has it been played with? Yep, it's been played with. IQ Laser Quest. This is straightforward playing cards. Dajiyama? What? No, the regular playing cards. Okay. All right. No, they're the right things. I just didn't expect the backs to be, looks like it's like a Taj Mahal-y kind of thing. Interesting. Anyways, I'll get these back in there. The reason why I got this stack of playing cards is because of this. There's a red parrot, and there's a red parrot. I cannot leave a deck of red parrot cards of all kinds of cards behind. So I am very happy with this particular purchase. So I'm gonna put that up to the side there as the rim of pride. I gotta get some of these threads out of the way. Next up, I have seen this several times, not necessarily this copy of it, but I have seen it from time to time, and I didn't understand what I would do with that. And that was very early in my journaling career. And now that I have got a couple of years under my belt, I understand what I can do with these. So let's open her up. And I don't know if this has ever been opened. Has it? Oh, yes, it has. Oh, dear. There we are. I don't know if it has been or not. Still got this on it. Wow. Okay, I have sharp implements to be able to deal with this. There. There we are. So what we can do with this is, I think this is probably a screw that can undo so we can separate all the cards. And it's called a Fandex Family Field Guide, Wild Birds of North America Appearance, Appearance, Habitat, and Habits. And these are the various birds. And then information on the back. And so we can look at the various birds. Canada goose, one of my buddies. Mallard, also very popular in these parts anyways. Wild turkey, killdeer. I am super hoping, oh, it's an owl. It's probably another owl, yes. Downy woodpecker. I have woodpeckers in my neighborhood. I don't have flycatchers necessarily. There is a blue jay. So I live in Ontario in Canada, and Canada's baseball team is the Toronto Blue Jays. And so I have this thing for Blue Jays because I am a Toronto Blue Jays fan, a baseball fan. And so when there are birds, I always go looking for, is there any Blue Jays? So I will take that and keep it for my baseball journal. Because yes, I have a baseball journal. Crows, my bird feeder has got a lot of black-capped chickadees. What else do we have? I want to be careful because I'm going to ding some beaks here, and I don't want to do that. American robin, those are very popular. We have cedar waxwings, starlings for sure. Scarlet tanager. Here's another one of my very favorite birds, the northern cardinal. That is another bird that is quite popular at my bird feeder. Don't have those. Sparrows. This is also one of my favorite birds. It has an outstanding call. It's like a purpurdy. Beautiful flashes of the adults, of the red and the yellow at their wings. Meadowlark, grackle, cowbird. We periodically, like once every season, we'll see a Baltimore oriole come by. And I think it is, we are part of a flight route. And that's why we get to see it. And my next door neighbor has got also a bird feeder, and I think they are feeding it birds that are attracting the goldfinch, because I see flashes of this kind of yellow a lot. And then evening grosbeak. And then we have the index. I didn't necessarily need to give you a tour of all of these birds. I could have just read the index, but I think a tour is much more enjoyable to watch. Certainly if what we're doing here is keeping each other company. Is that going to come back well, easy, without ruining anything? Good enough. We will put that further together later, so I don't have to pain you with watching that. Next one. Next one is The Night Before Christmas. This is a children's book. It is the poem. It has some beautiful pages. There should be information somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's on the back. Written by Clemency Moore, illustrated by Carolyn Pedler. And there doesn't seem to be any date, but let's go through the pages. Some really nice art in this. Oops, there. Oh, I love the little mouse. Oh, I just like that Santa Claus. It's a very softly drawn, kindly looking Santa Clauses. Not every Santa Claus appeals to me. That's just all I'm going to say about that. Oh, boy cat. Of course the cats would know that Santa Claus is coming. I think that's funny. And the cat's still there. And the cat is still there. That amuses me. It's still there. I swear this should just be the Night Before Christmas with the cat. Okay, the cat's still going. There we are. So I was thinking of doing, surprisingly, a Christmas journal. This has got a puffy cover. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a normal sort of book cover. It's got puffiness. I want very badly to take this apart to see what the puffiness is. I'm not going to do it at the moment, and I might not do it for a while. I might need to think about how best to take the cover apart so I can discover what's there. Because if I'm going to make a journal out of it, I think I don't like the puff. Yeah, I don't know that I like the puff. But anyways, that's that one. There are two more things left. This, what is contained in this envelope, I will attribute 100% to Cindy at Studio Lou, because I saw her do a Tuesday 10 craft that had plastic as the outer layer on a tag that she created a pocket in, and my brain said I want to do that, and then I saw this, and this is a whole package of this plastic. So I will be able to do my own. Look at all that plastic. Look at all that fun that can be had. There. And last one, not technically a thrifted, but it is free and it is 100% journaling. And we will move this all out of the way so you can feast your eyes. This is a copy of the most recent LCBO Food and Drink magazine, Holiday 2022. For anybody who is not in, I guess, Ontario, you can go online to lcbo.com or lcbo.ca and you can find this magazine online. The reason why I say that is because there's a lot of recipes and there's a lot of inspiration that can be had for the holidays in here, as well as lovely images. Oh, look at that cover. That's called something. I watch enough bake-off shows to know that it's got a proper name, and I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I have before made covers of travel journals using the front cover of a food and drink, and at the very back of the magazine, they have the recipes of all of the food and the drink and the desserts and so forth. And so what I do is I will line this with one of these plain and then stitch around the cover and then use that as a cover. But I thought it might be fun just to take a little bit of time to have a look through some of these pages to sort of see why it can be such a gorgeous journaling asset. Things like this where you have large swaths of color and design. I use this regularly. What we should do, it's a thought, what we should do is make a, what do you call those things? I wish my brain was healthier. Tear strips, paper strips, where you put all different pieces on and then you sew it. There's a name for it. You're all screaming at the camera, I know. Anyways, we can make one of those using this, and we can create those strips for the math journal. So we'll be looking for blues, I guess. Like, look at that. Like, oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. They're just stunning, stunning images. Like the Heineken, like just being able to create pieces, strips out of some of this is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going a little bit faster now. Skipping a bunch. So you can see here, like there is just places where you can get large amounts of image pieces that aren't necessarily alcohol related, but you'd be able to, you know, even create a circle out of that, or you know, just part of a strip to be able to create a master board that's just so wonderful. Here's another one where virtually that and that, all of the rest is nobody would be the wiser of where this came from. Look at that blue. I look at this blue and I think of Studio Lou, because that was one of her colorways that I think she resonates with very strongly. And then there's just more and more and more. So one of the things that they do in this book is not necessarily advertise alcoholic beverages. This is the point of it. But they also do all of the foodie pairings. So they will, you know, show you this recipe, and then they will say, see this, see the recipe on page whatever. So even if you aren't inclined to drink, that's totally okay. There is a lot of food in here. There is a lot of desserts. And I think every single, I was going to say episode, issue, they will have non-alcoholic beverages as well, because they support the designated driver principles and so on and so forth. And they understand that not everybody is a drinker. They understand that there's children, and that I think is tremendous. Oh, like, can you just fussy cut that out? Oh, man. It's all making me hungry just looking at it. Now, somewhere in here, there is an image that made me laugh. Made me laugh just because I can repurpose it for something else. There's another image. You could even cut off the crown. And then that sort of that beautiful red. So this is Grandma Kaya's chocolate fudge cake. That looks amazing. And I would very much like to make that and hold the candy cane. So I think that's going to be one of the things that I make from this. Let's see what else there is that's good. It's just all good. That was an interesting piece as well, as just like a piece of ephemera that you'd be able to snip out. Oh yes, the sweet exchanges. This dessert is called hazelnut brownie shortbread bars. That sounds amazing to me. It is like I am going to put all desserts into one dessert and call it done. So I would very much like to make that one as well. So I've got the cake and I've got the shortbread bars that I need to at least tear out and pay attention to. And see, this is just changes, like their colorways are so tight. Like this purple, green, black, and white, completely different some of the other pages. And that's another thing that I get inspired by from this magazine, that they combine colors in a way that I resonate with, and I am not very good at doing color matching on the fly. Yet another journal that I would like to make is a place where I can do snippets of color inspirations, so that I can flip through them and then say, okay, I want something with a purple. What looks good with the purple? And then have a bunch of examples. This made me howl. This looked to me, you flip it this way, this is 100% a mushroom, and this is 100% a moon. It just made me laugh because it was the first thing I thought of. And then this is all kinds of, you know, food for parties and eating. And so here is the smaller version of that one page. Again, it looks like a moon. It looks like a mushroom. Later on, there should be, oh, look at that. Holiday fruitcake. Croquembouche. That's what they are called. I feel better now. This also covers New Year's Eve. So we have a different tone, very fancy part of the magazine. And this is very New Year's Eve. Is it here? Nope. Ah, here, yes. So this font is amazing. And the use of the various letters to do the headline is just, oh, I love it very, very much. Makes me think of the 1920s, the Roaring Twenties. It's just more eye candy. It's kind of like real estate in terms of, you know, that there is a lot of money in the beverage and food industry when you can give this kind of a magazine away for free. I think it's 8 times a year this thing comes out. And of this quality. I mean, the photography is just impeccable. Oh yeah, this is another thing I wanted to check out here. This article is called Dumplings 101. Who doesn't love a good dumpling? They in fact started it off. I hate dumplings, said no one ever. Absolutely true. So they show you how to do some of the folding of the dumplings, which is also quite useful. And that looks so good. Oh my goodness. And then this is pull-aparts. I'm just jumping ahead here because I'm probably causing you to go to sleep. And then at the back, every recipe that they refer to has got the full text in the back that you can pull out. And here's another catalog. It's not the catalog, it's a calendar that we get delivered. I get it delivered with my newspaper. And it is the milk calendar. And so every month it's got a recipe that features milk or cheese or both in a seasonal way, which is really great. And it also has a sign up to access the 2023 Milk Calendar digital recipe collection. And the reference here is calendar.milk.org. if you are not in Canada and you are interested. And that, I think, is pretty much it for this. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look just amazing? So this is called like chocolate cognac tart. Oh, golly, that looks good. You could see your reflection in that. And again, more of that if you just are looking for like that color, even the color in brown. This is a textured element. You can pull this apart in so many wonderful ways. So that, I think, is it for today. I hope you're all doing well and you're enjoying the day such as you can. This has been Thrifty Thursday and Thrifty Canucks. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more episodes, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.